Hello everyone, Donut Donny here. Welcome to another episode 47 of the Retro series where we're looking at classic Football Manager games from the early 1980s. It all started with Football Manager 1982 right up to the early 90s, and then occasionally we have some other Football Manager games uh, that we have a look at that from later years, especially when the Retro was revitalized again and people started playing old games again, and with such things like the ZX Spectrum Next and many things like that. But today we're looking at the sequel to episode 46, The Manager. This is Cup Manager, made by the same company, GTI Software, by the same authors again, Stephen Byer and Bernard Gernard. And as you can see, Cup Manager is designed to be played by loading your team from GTA's previous The Manager and leading them to Cup Glory, although you can use the default squad instead. Now, if you remember watching the previous episode, you noticed that our squad that we got, the Torquay team, were pretty awful. So I decided not to save them and import them here because we wouldn't last very long. Um, Not much more information is available about the game, but I'm guessing this was also a budget game. There's no reviews about this one, which probably states that it wasn't very good. It was released in 1990. Here's all the screens, and you can see that it's a very basic inlay, and the tape looks really basic again, but good old cassette tape. But we will go into the game. I'm just checking my screen so I know what we're doing. Back to the eliminator. There we go. And we'll stick to easy and then see how quick this goes into. So a nice little loading screen there. Just waiting again. We're going to let the game calculate through normal speed at the moment, and then if it does go too fast, which it just didn't, um, we will speed it up. But here we go. Here we go. We've got 40 teams this time. But for today, what we're going to do is actually something unusual, because there's an unusual option down there, which is random team. So we're going to select random team and see who we get. And this is one of the main screens. Now, README, I've gone through that already. It's just promotion, little adverts about the other games. So no point seeing them. So go to the main menu. Here we go. We've got squad play options. So as you can see, not many options at all. Here's the game options, which is the screen before. This is normal speed. So we've got stats. So we're Crystal Palace. Okay. Um, I think these are Crystal Palace real names as well, because I know that Ian Wright played for Crystal Palace before he joined Arsenal, and yeah, these could be true players, which is great. So round 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course, Crystal Palace were a higher division, a higher league team then, so they started in round 3. So I'm wondering if a lower team started before then. If our cup runs very quick, we will then go and pick a lower team and see if we do start in round 1. So let's look at our squad. Again, it's the same keys as what's in the manager. So the squad screen is exactly the same as the manager screen, and we haven't got a very good team either. We've got menu, swap, physio, edit, next. So obviously we've got no transfer market or anything like this, because this is just cup. This is just cup games. So this game could in fact end very quickly for us if we lose our next round. Which, if I look at the stats of the we got here of the skills of the players, it's likely. You can select a penalty taker, so that's interesting. So that's the first time I've seen a penalty taker you can actually select. Oh, let's put Ian Wright as a penalty taker. Yay. Is there anyone we can change? Not really, because look, everyone's skill is 19. I don't know if that's a bug or something. But anyway, let's click on training. Now we've got to be very careful with training because we might get players injured. So let's go. Let's do squad training this time and see what happens. I'm hoping nothing bad happens. Ah, squad mean, or was it squad means? Yeah, squad means actually go back to the previous screen. Let's do average then. So big please wait there. So again, this is normal speed, and I think had no one injured there. So yeah, all our skills have gone up from 19 to 20, or in some cases 21. Let's go click next now. Down there in the bottom right, next one. So what does that do? This is the next two screen. And oh, is it the next week maybe? Okay. Next three then. Oh yes, I think you get an extra. This is weeks before the cup game, I'm hoping. So I'm hoping there's not many next screens. So training is still average. So do go and press T and then can you select average again? Does it change? Do those stats go up from 20 to say 22 in some cases, or do we get players injured? Let's have a look. Yep, 21, 23s. Okay, so I need to keep doing that. So yeah, the T option isn't there anymore, so I can't train them again. I have to work next. Click next week, I'm guessing, or the continue button. But then the ratings go down again, which is slightly. Some of those, I'm sure one of those two players' ratings have gone down. Let's click training. Let's click to average. Let's not go make it worse because there's always a chance a player gets injured. So please wait screen. 23s, there's a 25 now. That's good. Still in round 3. Formation, penalty, physio, menu. Let's go back to the menu screen. Does it tell us who we're going to play? Oh, it's got play. Okay, let's click that. Select and draw from the 20 qualifying teams for round 2 and divisions 1 and 2. So yes, of course there's 40 teams in this. So I don't know how they can work that out because it's normally 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 0, isn't it? But you've got 40 teams. So does that mean 8 teams, for instance, are missing out completely? So the computer is basically selecting, I'm hoping, 32 teams, which is not the true third round. The true third round, I think, is normally 64 teams, isn't it? Something like in the FA Cup. But anyway, it's still selecting who's playing who. Again, if this screen goes on for too long, we will speed things up a bit. So let's just wait and see what happens. I'm hoping that, there we go, it's done it. So here we go. We're home to Birmingham, and this could be a very quick game. Let's just put it that way. We're pre-match chat, play hard. Okay, we've got pre-match chat. That's good. Play wingers, and here we go. Let's see. Is there anything different? So, well, the time screen's there. Oh yeah, we have got some sort of commentary. So a little bit of a sound there, which is good. Not much though, but at least in this game, you actually see commentary and you actually see, I'm guessing if a goal is scored, who scores the goal. Of course, if we lose this game, that's the end of the game. And then if that's the case, if we do lose this game, which is there's a good chance we will lose this game, we will play. Oh, that's a goal for us. Maybe not lose this game. I was going to say if we did lose this game, we would then try a lower team and start from round 1. But we're 1-0 up and we do get a goal scorer. So already some improvements over the manager. I just wish the manager was more like this, to be honest with you. You know, especially in the match screen here. This would be a shock if we win this, to be honest, because Birmingham. Oh, 2-0. It'd be nice actually to have. It's got the goal scorer name, which is an improvement, but it hasn't got actually the minute of the goal scored. But we're 2-0 up. Looks like we're going to go to the next round, which is a bit of a shock. Three 0 It's nice to see. It's nice to see the when the goal's scored that there is a little bit of animation around the borders and a bit of a sound difference. So bonus is there. Again, this game feels better than the manager. I just wish this game, what they're doing for this game, was actually added onto the manager. So here are all the results. Shows you the division they're in. Man United beating Bristol City 5-0. See if we get any shocks. See how my Oxford side get on, as I'm an Oxford supporter. Liverpool just beat Bristol Rovers 1-0. Chester, that's a shock. Chester beating Sunderland 3-0 at Sunderland. Wow. Oops, that's meant to be Birmingham, but it's just called Ingham. Wait a minute. Ingham 0, Luton 4. 0. Does that mean they're a non-league side? Looks like, yeah, it could be a non-league side. That's what I'm saying. Oh, wait, I think 0 is. Oxford winning 4-2. Yay. Rotherham beating Reading 5-4. Oh my, Man City losing to Arsenal 4-0. So yes, looks like they have got more results. It seems more than 32 games. Maybe they did get the calculations right. Yeah, 0's definitely non-league because Kettering beat Brighton 5-2 then. I know Kettering are a established non-league side. There's Yeovil losing to Swindon 4-0. Ah, so that's how they're putting the extra sides in, by putting non-leagues in. No, it's good to see non-league sides here actually. Fish Athletic, my god. Yep. Good database of team names here. Obviously for the next round we will speed this up so you don't need to go through all these results. So qualifying teams for round 3 includes us, of course, Swansea, Portsmouth, and then a lot of other teams. So that's good listing all the team names here. So is that that's 32 teams, looks like it. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, it's 32 teams. So that was 64 we had before. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, let's go back to squad. Yep. So our squad did very well there, winning. So round 4, we're going to be training again. So I'm going to stick with average. See what happens. Hopefully nothing bad will happen. Nope, nothing bad did happen. So our stats are going up all the time. Next then. Click the next button. There's not much to do in this game, obviously. Only the few things that I'm doing right now. But there is a swap I can do, I've noticed. Swap number 15 to number... Oh, he's... Shall we drop our goal scorer? No, I better not. Let's drop Cooper instead. Timberham skills are better than our current lot, so I need to put him in. Training again. Let's go to average. If I try going to intense, I know a player's going to get injured, so I'm not going to even attempt doing it. Stats gone up again. Now, one of our midfielders is actually pretty decent now, 25. Yeah, that's not much difference. Let's go to next again. Let's see if we can get 3 training sessions in before we play our next game. Training, yep, it's letting us do it. Average again. Yeah, if I go to intense or harsh, there's going to be injuries, even though that would boost our stats up. There we go. We even got a 30 there. Okay. Oh, let's go on next 3. Let's do the next one then. So going to give us 4 attempts to train our players. Why not? This gives us a good chance to get those stats up. Yeah, we can train again. Not the world's most interesting screens, I have to say. But at least we're looking a bit better. Oh, next 4. Can we train again? I wonder how many times we can train. Oh, the N key's not working, so we can't train again, looks like it. So only 3 times. Let's play. So we're against qualifying, select and draw from the 32 qualifying teams. I'm going to start speeding it up a little bit now. So 4 times the speed. See how long that takes us and see who we're against. So this is 4 times the speed, so quite a, oh my god, we're home to Southampton. No, we're away to Southampton. Squad, there's a squad. Okay, menu. So, oops, of course I'm on fast speed at the moment, aren't I? So I need to go back to normal. Playing Southampton away. Southampton 1 has got a 1 there. Some text errors I noticed in this game. So, again, it'd be a miracle if we win this. I've got a feeling Southampton are meant to be a top division. Wingers won quite well last time. Defend strongly, I think I'm going to put this time. See what happens. Well, not surprisingly, they have scored. Approaching half time. Palace 0, Southampton 1. We will continue. I could change formations, maybe 4 strikers or something, or 4 midfielders, or 5 defenders if I wanted to, but I don't think it's going to make much difference. Southampton are a much better side than us. But who knows? Be good if we score, just to see if there's such thing as replays and penalties and stuff like that. But at least we've got some sort of commentary on this game. We are trying though. But we can't change the tactics, I'm guessing, on this either. So it looks like we might be losing this. This could be a very quick, yeah, time added on, full time. So that's it, we're out already. So we're going to skim through all this. There we go. See the cup final. So it just tells you that you are not in there anymore. Do you want to see the cup final? Let's go and see the cup final. Let's end the game by seeing who actually got to the cup. Oh, Oxford! No. Oxford against Stockport in the cup final. Oh my god, that's random. Come on, Oxford. So we've got a Division 2 side against a Division 2 side in the FA Cup final. So you can see these results are quite random. So while we watch this game, what's my views of this game? It's better than the manager in a lot of screens. I just wish that they got the resources of the manager and the resources of the cup manager and put it together to make a really decent game. Like this match screen would have been a lot better on the manager, because if you remember watching the manager video, it was terrible, the match screen. The font's nice and friendly. There is a little bit of sound. I do like when the goal is scored. It must be credited for the real type player names they're using for each team. So that's good to see, not the standard England 1980s World Cup side names. Because when I looked at the Crystal Palace names, there were some real players in there like Ian Wright and stuff like that. Um, this can be a very brief game though, because you could, if you're on division, even top league side, and you lose, that's it. You've just played one game and you have to start the next season. But if you go into a low seed like side like Oxford and Stockport here, time is added on. You start from round one. So, but again, from these games, and here's a replay. So we have a replay. Here's the replay then, and there's not many screens to look at. It can get quite boring, but this is 1990. I'm guessing this was a budget game, but overall, it's not bad. It's not brilliant, obviously. Um, I've seen much better games than this. It's a little bit dated in places, I think, the style, the graphics, and everything like that. Even for a game in 1990, this looks like it could be made in the mid 80s quite easily. But it is colourful. There is a little bit of sound. Again, even if you choose a higher league side, your players are. It doesn't. The skills of the players don't reflect that. Like Crystal Palace, I know they weren't one of the biggest Division One sides. They were at least okay. Oh, Oxford scored. Who scored Oxford's goal? Doesn't tell you the goal scorer. No. Oh, that's unfortunate. It would have been nice. So yeah, it would have been nice to see the goal scorer's name. Maybe the only goal scorers you'll see would be your team and your opposition when you play a game, not other games. But will Oxford lift up the FA Cup? So that'll be a bright extra half a star for this if I was reviewing all these games and stars, because Oxford win the FA Cup. But we'll wait and see. We've still got a few more minutes to go. Here we go, near the end. And that's it. Yay, Oxford United win the FA Cup, and I'm not the manager. It's not me. This is not a fix, honest. Cup winners Oxford. Better luck next time. Well done, Oxford. First time you've ever won the FA Cup? Yeah, I'm in dreamland if they're ever going to win the FA Cup. And that's it. That's the end of Cup Manager. I suppose you can always go back and start. Yeah, you start from the beginning screen again. Difficulty easy. You've seen all these, so you can go up to 9 wicked. And remember, I pressed 1 for easy, and the squad I got, Crystal Palace skill range, was still well below everyone else's. So I can imagine what 9 is. But anyway, that is Cup Manager. Yeah, it was interesting to play it. I would not go back and play this again. With many of these football games, I would not go back. There's only quite a few that are only a few that I would go back to and play again. But it was interesting to play this. Again, please let me know your comments. Have you ever played Cup Manager? What did you think of it? Have you ever played the manager of the game before? Did you ever move aside from the manager to Cup Manager? If you do, please let me know. And yeah, that is it. This is Donut Donny saying goodbye, and hope to see you for the next episode, number 48, next week. Bye bye and take care.